Now let's look at what happens when one activity launches another activity that causes the first activity to stop. So I'm going to go back to my Java folder and create a new activity, another blank activity, and I'm just going to call this second activity. And I'm going to set the hierarchical parent on this to be the main activity so that I return back to it when I hit the up button. And I want to have a way to launch this. So let me get another icon. So let's go ahead and look for an icon. So let me look for two icon. And we'll look at the images. So I want something that's going to work relatively well on a black background. Let's just grab this one. So view image, and right click, save image as. In my drawable folder, we'll call this second.png. And then under my menu main, create one after pause called action second. And the title would be second activity. So we'll create a string for that. Okay, and the icon will be drawable second. Which I guess I did not store in the right place. I probably stored it in a different project folder. Let's try this again. Save image as. Yeah, I stored it in my Ohm's law calculator instead of my lifecycle. App, source, main, resources, drawable. There we go. Okay. So now it should be there. Oh, I forgot to name it. Refactor, rename, call this second. Great. So now I have a button. Let's go ahead and hook it up. So when the user clicks on that action bar, create a new intent. To launch our second activity, and we'll start the activity. Okay, so let's go ahead and run it. Scroll in a little. Okay, so now when we hit second and then hit this back button, it remembers where we were because it's returning to the activity we launched. But now if I hit second and hit the up button, it starts over again at the beginning. So the reason this is happening is a little obscure, but basically when you hit this up button, it's creating a new instance of the main activity class, and so all of the member variables get initialized to whatever is in the constructor for the class. So when it creates a brand new one of these, I'm running as 0 and stopped as false and current position is 0 and so on. So on the other hand, if if you go here and you hit the back button, it's returning to the already existing activity that already has these values set. So the way you fix this is to go to your manifest, and you need to change the way that this activity gets launched. So there's a property on the activity called launchMode, and what you want is SingleTop. So SingleTop means that there's only one of these activities in the app. And when you go back to it or when you go up to it, it's always going to return to that one activity. And that's all you need for this. Let's go ahead and start it up. So I'm going to go 2, and we'll go up, and it returns to where I was. 2, back, returns to where it was. And if I go home, Jenny motion, annoying. Well, it returned to where I was. That's the important part. So Jenny motion's having an issue here. Let me go ahead. Yeah, I mean, oh, there it goes. Okay. So Jenny motion was having a little problem there, but it seems to be back now. Okay. So that's SingleTop. So there are a couple of different modes here. I'll link to them in the optional reading materials for the lecture. But generally what you want is either standard, which is the default, or SingleTop, which does what we've just seen.